Send it home to me. I promise you won't act it. Now, why am I saying that? See if we had more ghetto mamas. This school would be a better place. You say, but don't you talk good about mamas? Yes, I do, but there are a lot of mamas who have forgotten who's the mama. See, if your mama was ghetto, she'll say, Harry, you can't bring home no bad grades like this, partner. Because I worked too hard and I sacrificed too much. And you ain't going to make it with a half education. Because even at Avondale, even at Burger King, McDonald's, Popeye, you got to take a test. And if they got only 100 jobs and 3,000 people applying for the job, they got to use something as a determinant as to who gets the job. Now they give you drug tests. You say, what? I don't know if you know it at De La Salle High School. You say, well, I heard my older brothers, my mama or my daddy talk about the test where you have to go in the bathroom. No, the test at De La Salle is better than that. All they do is take a piece of your hair. And when they take a piece of your hair, they can tell you how long you've been doing drugs and the last time you done the drug. Well, why are they going to do that? Because they got to send a message. Do you know to get in Stanford University? That's one of the universities that may not win a lot of games in sports. But you need a GPA, a grade point average, coming out of high school of 3.5 just to be considered. Then they give you a test. If you don't score in the high percentile, they tell you maybe you need to go to another university. Now let me say this. You remember I talked about thoughts? The thought is that little thing that goes through your mind when you should be listening, you're thinking about that. The thought. We got to clean up our thoughts. Did you hear me? Because our thoughts sometimes destroy us. Teachers, when you get your check tomorrow or today, your check is not indicative of who you are. You say, well, no, because when you look at that check, based on what you had to go through to make that check. See, because we live in a society that don't understand nor appreciate what you do. Do you know we live in a society that would rather pay a high school graduate millions of dollars to shoot a basketball, and every time they talk about giving you a pay raise, you got to be accountable for it. See, your thoughts will say, I told you should have took another job. And I got to say this with all honesty. America is the greatest country in the world. Bar none. Those of you who've never been to another country, you can't appreciate America till you go to another country. See, I like the idea you can walk in and push a button and flush your toilet. In some countries, you go to a little hole in the ground, and that's the toilet. I like the idea where you just click a switch and the lights come on. America's the greatest country in the world, but it's got a lot to catch up and do to get better, because it's got to teach you and me how great we are. Right now, when you apply for a job, when you go to speak, the first thing they ask, well, do you have a resume? Do you resume me? What they say is, tell me a little about you. What good is it me to have a good resume if I'm going to say stuff that's going to make you fall asleep? The resume ain't me. See, we need to clean up. I go to some school districts, and when I leave, people say, he brainwashed those children. He brainwashed those children. Based on what some of our children do, not only do they need their brainwashed, we need to dry clean them. Listen at me. God don't make no junk. You say, I say, shut up. God don't make no junk. If you knew that by your sitting here, you have won the greatest contest, the greatest battle of all time, just to get here. You say, what that mean? You won't understand it, but the fact that you here, you beat the odds billions to one. God don't make no junk. You say, but I know some children are always getting in trouble. Right, Perry? I know some children are always fighting, man. That ain't God, that's you. Now, Richard, look me in the eye. I don't care if you ever win a race. But the fact that you came out there and worked hard, done what you had to do, and you competed, that's my job. Well, if he don't win, he might not be sent here to win no races, not on no track, but he may be the young boy who goes on, finish middle school, high school, college, and go to medical school, and may find the way to make one pill. Ladies, you take it, and when you take that one pill, you lose 40 pounds. I know he'll be a champion in your life. I know he'd be a champion in my life. See, God don't make no junk. What he does, he brings you here and say, now go for yourself. Somebody say, man, God's so mad he gonna destroy the world. You a crazy person. Why would God destroy the world? Ever since the Mississippi been out there, it's been the Mississippi. God said, you the Mississippi River. The sun been the sun. The air been the air. The grass been the grass. Why would God destroy that? You young people, every morning you get up in the morning, say your prayer. Well, there you go now. Making them say their prayer. You ain't praying to me, you're praying to God. You're just saying, thank you, God, for waking me up. And before you go to bed every night, thank God. God don't make no junk. All God asks you to do right, be right. See, because when you bout it, I know God is about it. That's where they get. It's bout it. You pretty girl. I love when I see teachers and principals who are beautiful. Why? It sends a message that I'm not just another pretty face. I got brains. How many of you are smart? I didn't say smart mouth. Did you hear me? If you're smart, stay on the honor roll. See, they got two types of rolls. They got, well, you say, I know they got a jelly roll and they got, no, I'm talking about in school. They got two types of roll. They got the honor roll and they got the dishonor roll. When you're on the honor roll, you don't even worry about your grade, because when your report card come out, you let the teacher tell you, boy or girl, you clowning. You made straight A. When you're on the dishonor roll, you don't even want your report card. And listen, when you're on the dishonor roll, this is what you say. That teacher don't like me. Now I'm going to ask you a question, if you're smart. Which is the worst of the three? To be dumb, to be stupid, or to be ignorant? Teachers, you ought to put that on your board. Dumb, stupid, ignorant. Somebody said, I don't know. Well, I'm going to explain. See, when you're dumb, you just don't know. When you're dumb, somebody say, you want that? Yeah. Somebody asked me, why you don't smoke weed? One of the reasons I don't smoke weed, because weed make you eat all the cafeteria food. If you smoke a weed, you eat up everybody's lunch. That's when you're dumb. Now, well, that's bad. But when you're stupid, you know not to do it. People come in and say, just say no, just say no, just say no. We have Red Ribbon Week, we have Red Ribbon Week. And you say, I know this ain't right. But you know, Brian, I got trouble, Brian. You know, dog. I need Miss Wemble be messing with me, bro. I'm going to take me a little. Give me that blunt. And the last one is to be ignorant. The key word is ignore. You know smoking dope has destroyed many rich and famous, many great athletes. You know the difference between right and wrong, but you choose to ignore it, and you're going to do it. I don't care what they say. I don't care what it do. Bruh, give me that blunt. Now, you somebody say, if I had to be one, which would I rather be? I'd like to add another column that said D, none of the above. Let me say this. Every test you take, get ready and prepare for it. How do you do it? The teachers will usually tell you and go over what you got to do. They will give you the information. Nobody, listen to me, nobody can just go into a test and ace it, make straight A's without studying. I say nobody, knowing that there are geniuses in the world who might be, but they're so far and in between, I say nobody. You study. And let me tell you a secret. I don't want the teachers to hear, but y'all listen. Lena, listen. If you make straight A's on your report card for the whole year, 99.9 tenths of the time, you're going to make straight A's the rest of the time, because teachers say, I didn't know Harry was that smart. So when you make straight A's, when they can't read your test paper, now what is this? But that's Harry. He makes straight A's. He's intelligent. They'll check it right. Did you hear me? How many of you love yourselves? If you see anybody got their hand down, say, what's up with you? All right, put your hand down. Now let me see. While I take the money, when I say go, I don't want you to make a sound. Ready? I'm taking the money out, Harry. Ready? Go. I got a polo watch I may give away. You got to get quiet. See, teachers, when I taught, I would give them $10, whoever made an 8 on the test. Shh. Now somebody said, man, I ain't paying them. No $10. But you don't know how much peace I got for the $10. When I put the $10 on there, they'd be studying so hard in class. And tell the dude, say, bro, shut up, I'm studying. Hey, boy, don't make me go up. I'm studying. See, I believe Michael Jordan holds the key to our educational system. Now, teachers, I want you to think about this. What if Michael Jordan said to Norbert Relu Elementary School, every kid that's on the honor roll, just on the honor roll, I will give a pair of the brand newest pair of tennis shoes. All they got to do is be on the honor roll. You know what would happen, teacher? Perry, David, old Richard and them would be at school at 6 o'clock in the morning, standing out in front of your room saying, what took you so long? You ain't give me no homework? Now, if they made it on one report card, straight A's, they got the tennis shoe, but if they made it for the whole year, Michael Jordan said, not only will I give you a pair of tennis shoes, I'm going to give you a starter jacket, all leather sleeves, with my name, Jordan, on it, and your name. That's for the whole year. And if you had straight A's for the whole year and perfect attendance, I'd give you a Bulls warm-up, the tearaways, the jacket, the shoes, and take you on a cruise. Now, you say, oh, that ain't true. Y'all all know, and I'm talking to the teachers now. When the Michael Jordan tennis shoes come out, the first day, when they came out on a Friday in the plaza, kids did not come to school. They had 200 pair of shoes. The mall opened up, the Champs opened up at 9:30. By 10 o'clock, all 200 pair of those shoes were gone. In Baton Rouge, when they got it, the mall opened up at 6:30. Kids had their parents there. They had to have their parents with them to get the shoe. See, if Michael Jordan did that, the grades and the achievement would go up. Kids like to identify with famous people. And it wouldn't cost them a penny. And you teachers would get reports from the parent. How come you're not giving my boy Harry more homework? He only made a 98 on the test. I'm going to call Mrs. Weber to find out what's wrong with you, because I want him to make 100. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice? Now, if they got a C in conduct, they could have straight A's and they could have perfect attendance, but they couldn't get the Michael Jordan stuff, because conduct says if you don't act right, you don't need to be looking right. Kids would be telling other kids, Perry, shut up, sit down. With your permission, Mrs. Weber, sit down. Boys like Richard and them would walk the cafeteria saying, clean it up, because I get extra points when I volunteer my service. That's the way you, now you say, well, that's a funny way to do it. We all are motivated by incentive. Now look here. Maybe if you make good grades on these tests, maybe I can get some of my friends. I know Harry can get Tim Smooth to come. Maybe I can get Mystical and Master P to give you a concert. You say, no, you can't. How do you know, Harry? Do you know that Tim Smooth is Harry's uncle? So we can do it, but they're not going to come if you don't make exceptional grades. Because the kids at Bridge City say, man, if you bring Usher here, I'll make straight A's, and if you bring him mature, the girls say, you know I'm going to make straight A's. All right? But you got to make good grades on the test. How many of you going to make good grades? See the pretty girl sitting down going, you going to bring Usher? All right, do this for me. Sit quietly while I close. always closed.